Hi everybody, this is Josh out at Encore, the Mustang Parts Warehouse. I wanted to go over stock number 148 with you today before it's dismantled. It's a 1985 Mustang GT T-top car. As you can see, it's got a damaged front bumper. It's got the complete fog light bracket system in there with fog lights. It does have a decent header panel with a couple cracks. I believe this is jalapeno red. I'll get over to the paint code shortly. Good fender extensions. The splash guards have already been removed, but they're available. We've got good glass, but the doors on this car are no good. But good T-top glass, which should fit 79 through, I believe 86 would be the same. Gray halo seats and a complete power interior. The dashboard has got a bad dash pad. This piece of trim over the glove box is broken. The dash is cracked in a few places here. Almost all the 4-eye dashboards I've ever dealt with are usually cracked here, so such as this one. There's been a tack installed at some point in time, so the structure of the dash is a little vercucked right there. The wiring harness, there was one or two wires tapped into it, but I know a lot of people have been asking today about the wiring harness from this car because I just posted the car up on our Facebook page. I'll take a look at it a little better later, but I believe it's not going to be very good because this was a race car in its past life. This was cut out, this center console was cut out for an automatic, but guys, this is not the only car that we have here with these parts. So if you don't like what you see in this vehicle, just ask me to show you something in a different vehicle down below in the comments, or contact me on Facebook and I'll have no problem doing that. These seats are okay. They've probably gotten a little wet just with it being a T-top car. And speaking of wet, I think that's probably what helped take care of the floor here. This is completely rotted through. This frame section is rotted through, so for anybody who is interested in the car complete, I mean, it's really bad. So again, I think it's probably best for parts. Maybe after seeing this you'll agree. And there's more to go with the frame and the floor. The seat, I mean, you might not even have to unbolt the seat, it might just come out. So it's pretty bad as far as frame wise. These extended studs, I got to figure out a little bit more about what's going on with this rear end, but as far as I can tell, it's got a cover on it and it's got welded axle tubes, so there's definitely something going on with that positively. I'll find out more later if anybody's interested in what it is. Maybe I'll do another video on this before it's or when it's all dismantled. But this car is pretty rough, especially on this passenger side. So speaking of wet, that's probably what took that out. These quarter panels, I haven't really inspected them with a fine-tooth comb just because there's so many other quarter panels here. If anybody ever needed one, we've got them ready to go. There's as these next few cars, over 100 cars coming apart next. But yeah, for example, if you need a quarter panel, just let us know. I mean, there are some rust-free cars here with decent parts. That's why the roof just left the other day. So that car, that's a 93 LX, will be coming up soon for more parts. But back to the T-top. That's a 1 year only wing, I believe, maybe late 84, but I think that's an 85 only wing with the no third brake light, the LX wing like that. I've got lots of taillights for sale, but these would be at a discount. I can see a crack on the passenger side. This is probably a $20 or $30 light. If this one's in good shape, this might be more like a $50 or $60 light. I see a little scratch on the side. The front bumper was cracked. The back bumpers got a lot of pitting with it. Again, there's more bumpers to be had here with all the cars we've had apart and still have to take apart. But with this particular car, I'd rate that a C grade bumper. It's something better than not having one, but it's definitely going to need some work. The car's got basically a full interior, so it'll be a smoke gray. I don't know if there's anything specific you need. If you're interested in the whole interior, maybe to change from a different color, or you just don't have something, let me know. My name is Josh. You can reach me on Facebook, Encore, the Mustang Parts Warehouse. hatchback's rough. I've seen worse, but again, I'm just showing you guys why this car is, in my opinion, a parts car. But I did want to show you what's available. These louvers could be good. Some of this trim is specific to certain, I know there's certain trims that are flat on other cars. There's certain trims that are hardtop only, or like this is a convertible T-top only corner here. So it doesn't have to be from this car, ladies and gentlemen. It can be any of our other parts cars. Like if you need fender extensions, you don't have to buy these. Got dozens of them. Probably might even have something in a color that works for you. Just got to ask me before you order, and you can order at encorempw.com and go into the online store. It's hard to look at these strut towers and frame rails and not want to save this car. We all know the majority of the reason a lot of cars, I know that a lot of what's back here in my yard are mostly, I'm here in Chicago, are from strut tower rust. This car is salvageable in that regard, with the way that the rockers are through and the floors are gone. I mean, I didn't even show you underneath the car yet, and there's definitely a lot of rust elsewhere. This is split open and buckled. So this isn't a $15,000 car yet, unless you're talking about what it would take to get it where it needs to be. And I know some T-top cars now are real desirable, but it's not, in my opinion, not ones in this condition. And with what it would take to put this car back together, I really just think there's better options out there for you guys. And we've got some clean rolling chassis actually right now for sale. Don't know if I'll be doing any videos on those. We're trying to clean up for spring and get some of these parts cars out of here, but definitely the Facebook page.